I'm going to go over, this is the final project, assignment 8, music artist rebrand. And this is one of the videos for phase 4, which is marketing material. So I'm going to go over creating a gig poster. Now that's a required element for everybody. And I'm on page 5. If you go down here, you'll see gig posters are used to promote musical artist gigs or tours. Information should be the name of the band, if any other bands are opening, the date, the time, the location and performance, and how to get tickets. Location and performance and how to get tickets. So I'm doing mine kind of back in time, so I'm going to just say tickets at the gate, and that will work out well. Gig poster should be one of these sizes. I'm choosing 18 by 24. So mine's going to be vertical. You can move these horizontal or vertical, okay? And I'm doing it in Illustrator. Okay, so this whole math thing is not really important unless you are trying to create a poster that is not the proportions of an 8.5 by 11. If you're doing it digitally, you just make your poster the same, the size of the gig poster. But if you're doing it by hand, you have to kind of figure out what it is proportionally. So where I'm going to start is in Illustrator with my identity. It's important to kind of start here so I know what my logo is, what typefaces are using, colors, and my art. So what I've done here is I've created a, let's just move this over here. So I'm going to grab all of this stuff, not that. So my images, my colors, my type, my logo. I'll copy that. And then I'll put it into this document. Now this one is an 18 by 24. You can kind of see that on the rulers, 1824. I'm going to paste it in and just kind of move it off to the side. My next thing is I'm going to drag in here my thumbnail, and let's see, I might have to navigate to that, but maybe not. Let's take a look here. Okay, I think this is it here. Nope, that's not it. Sorry about the delay here. Let me try to. What I need to do is go find my sketch. That's not it. No. Yeah. So I'm going to look at my sketches here and kind of figure out which one do I want to do. I've made a new sketch of this, and I've made a heart in between his legs because this guy's saying about Old West and about love. So that's the one I'm going to use. So I'm going to bring that and drop it in here, I hope. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just took a bit to populate. I'm going to move that in place. So it's going to go about here. Hopefully you can see the heart going on. Okay, so obviously I'm going to have to do better than what I've done here, but this gives me a rough idea of what I'm doing. And I'm going to put this Marty Robbins in, kind of enlarge it. For the logo, I'll kind of keep it right about there. And the type, I've already kind of done that right here. Oops, let's see. Yeah, here's my type. what I need to add in here is at 6 p.m. And now I got a little bit wide. I'm going to get rid of this Buck Owens. I'll just keep the Kingston Trio. And kind of increase that. Okay, that looks good. So I have the logo as like the main thing you're looking at, besides the image. And then all of this other stuff is very secondary. Okay. All right, very good. So I've really built this already, and it's just a matter of, you know, I've traced over this cowboy. So I'll just kind of show you layer by layer a bit. Okay, so here's one layer. Maybe I'll turn off my sketch. Okay, so here's my first layer. And you can see I've changed my colors pretty drastically, and you'll see that as I go forward. It's a pretty big change. But I think that's okay. It's okay. But I'll have to make sure that all my other posters stick to these colors. Let's see. Here's my horse. These are part of the boots from the cowboy, so I kind of stuck that on that layer. And the shadow and these little tufts of grass. The saddle and the cowboy. And that's, you know, honestly, that's it. That's my logo. I do think that maybe this thing gets in the way. I feel like something needs to be there, but maybe not that. So I'm going to go into the right layer, which I think is, yeah, it's this art layer. And I'll just use my pencil tool. Well, since I'm on a corner, so now I have this. Now I'll just use my pencil tool from here. Hopefully that kind of looks like the plant a bit, and I might just, I'm gonna, I don't love how some of those turned out, so I'm just gonna, some of these bits of the plant here. Yeah, so I just make a quick sketch attempt at it, and then I adjust it, is what my thing is. So I don't love how this scoops up. In fact, I'd prefer it just being flat. So I'm going to use my pencil tool, kind of draw a flat line and connect it. Yeah, it's not great, but it's okay. And let's see if I have others. Yeah, here's another one kind of like that. Right, delete. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna grab those and just move them down a bit. Okay. And I actually like how that looks a little better. So I'm gonna try to get rid of these extra points. hard way by just adding in maybe a little more effective though. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it a little sketchy and loose, and I think it's working on like the cactus and on these plants and maybe the background. But the cowboy, I mean, I'm critical on my illustrations of myself. So you don't have to judge yourself on the same standard. I kind of want to rock him forward as well. Anyway, so hopefully this is helpful. If there's some things I want to change, like I don't love the back shape of the horse right here, I'll just go in and correct it kind of like this. Yeah. And so anyway, that's that. I'm just like drawing and putting on different layers, and you kind of saw how I put this together. Not terribly technical, but I have different layers, right? So there's my saddle, and actually I'm probably put the sun back in the background layer, so I can turn all that background off. Here's my horse and saddle, or just the horse. And really I should put these kind of weeds back there too, but just so I can adjust stuff. Anyway, I'm going to try to work on this guy because I'm not totally happy with him, but that's kind of the gig poster. So what I did, just to be clear, is I just started tracing. Oops, that's not going to work. Yeah, I just started like tracing. Okay, and then, put some kind of color to it. And then I kind of want to break up the shapes. So let's say I want a big neckerchief around him. So I'm going to get, I don't know, could get a pen tool. And then I'll select both shapes. It's a little harder to see, but let me just change the color of that so you can maybe see it a little better. Then I'm going to use the shape builder tool, and I'm going to unify these two. And what that did is it also broke these up. I'll put a hat across here. And if I select both and use the shape builder again and unify those shapes, then my hat's broken into two, and I'll just assign a color to it, a color to the skin, color to the neckerchief. So it just kind of builds on this, and it's anyway, this shape builder tool is really, really helpful. And I think I may have demoed that, but let's say These are the chaps. And I'm going to unify these two. And I mean, could I just color this? Yeah, probably. I bet I could. Just like color that some color. And then so now I have, a leg under it. And that's going to stay on top. So to move that on top, I'm going to right click. Oops, let me try that again so you can see it. Right click, arrange, bring to front. So it'll stay on top. And then, I mean, I could like figure out a boot here. So if I do something like that, then I can do that in the leg, and then I'm going to get rid of this one. I'm holding down a Alt or a Option, and now I have the pant is here. Oops, let's see, let me try that again. The pant's like here. Oh boy, where's my boot? There's the boot. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Okay. Yeah, so kind of getting it how I'm putting it together. So let's see, I'll put the horse. So there's that's my guy, and then oops. I'm gonna keep that sketch layer a little separate. So I'm going to grab that sketch and move it down to here. And I'll lock it up. And then I'm going to do the horse. So I'm in the pen tool. This is my horse layer. And, whoops, sorry, pen tool. I'm just kind of tracing what I've already sketched. There we go. And then I'll assign some kind of color to it, whatever, maybe black. And I'm actually liking this because it's a little bit, a little more like flowy than that last one, which seemed a little rigid. I think they had the last one like purple, which I'm great with. And then, put some, and you can see what my plan is. I'm going to go behind it. Once I color it, then I'll make sure it goes behind. Or if I right click and choose arrange, send it back. And I'll do the same thing here. So I'm going to sample that. And then this one, arrange, send it back. Okay, so it's coming together. I need to make sure that my this heart is coming through correctly, because I see that, yeah, so I need to get another boot behind the horse. And hopefully that shape will translate to other boot, and I do have to put it behind the horse, which is here, and then send it to the back. And that's kind of, let's pretend like that is looking like a, if you'll just allow me to think that that looks right. Yeah, pencil tool. And now I've moved it to the front, arrange, bring forward, bring to front, but it's still in the wrong layer, so I need to get it up on the. Okay, so that's kind of how I'm building it. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm explaining it okay, I hope. Anyway, I think that's enough where you can kind of see where that's all going and how to do it. I don't want to bore you or kind of get into my, super specific preferences, but that's how you build a file in Vector. Okay, great. So gig poster in Vector done.